The Arctic is quickly becoming the newest theater in which world powers compete for resources. Under the Arctic ice lays a vast wealth of oil, natural gas, and minerals including iron, copper, titanium, and nickel among others. The United States Geological Survey estimates that 22% of the world's oil is located beneath the Arctic. With the Arctic ice melting and new technology making extraction of these resources affordable, nations bordering the Arctic have ramped up exploration and extraction, along with military expansion in the region to protect their interests. Along with resources, the retreating ice has also opened up new shipping routes. These routes will allow vessels to travel between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans in much less time, saving millions. Russia has recently been the first to expand and project its power into the north. Over the past decade, Russia has spent billions of dollars in the Arctic. In 2007, the Russians planted a Russian flag at the bottom of the ocean at the North Pole, symbolizing their claim to the region. In 2013, Putin ordered the Russian military to have a constant presence in the Arctic. One of the results of this expansion is the Arctic Trefoil military base on Alexandra Land. The new base is complete with squadrons of strike and interceptor aircraft, radar installations, and surface-to-air missile sites. In the past few years, Russia has constructed over a dozen air bases, 16 ports, and 40 icebreakers, and they continue to build more. They have also reactivated and expanded Cold War-era bases like Alakurti near the border of Finland and the northern Shamrock on Kontali Island. Russia already has a large percentage of its naval forces in the region at bases such as Severomorsk and Severodvinsk, where several surface ships and over 40 submarines are based. Russia has also been upgrading and adapting its military equipment to operate in the harsh Arctic region. During the 2017 Victory Day parade, Russia took the opportunity to show off new versions of tanks, armored personnel carriers, and surface-to-air missile systems to the world. They have also reportedly converted a Oscar-class submarine to begin laying a SOSUS network in the Arctic that can detect and monitor enemy submarines and naval activity. The United States has also recognized the growing significance of the Arctic. They have increased Arctic exercises and training ops like ICEX, which is held every other year in the region, and U.S. nuclear submarines regularly operate under the Arctic ice. The major U.S. bases in the region are Ilsen and Elmendorf-Richardson air bases in Alaska and Thule in Greenland. Despite this, the U.S. is way behind Russia in its expansion of its Arctic interests. They haven't dedicated anywhere near the amount of resources or capital into the region as the Russians have. In 2016, the Defense Authorization Bill included a requirement for the Department of Defense to come up with an Arctic O-Plan, or Operation Plan, which is an overall strategy for a military operation. But so far that hasn't happened, and the new administration has not yet made clear what its plans are for the region. Other nations bordering the Arctic have also begun investing in the region. Canada has begun to focus on the north with the construction of the new Harry DeWolf-class naval vessels designed to better operate in the Arctic. Norway has discussed nationalizing and reopening old Cold War naval facilities, such as that at Olavsvern, which is currently being rented by the Russians. And Denmark has created the Joint Arctic Command in 2012 to protect its sovereignty in the region. Russia is the only nation that shares a border with the Arctic that is not a member of NATO. NATO has held several military exercises in the region, including Exercise Joint Viking and Arctic Challenge, with the goal of increasing its military readiness in the region. With tensions rising close to Cold War levels between the East and the West, the Arctic seems set to become the newest battleground in which world powers will compete for supremacy.